just yesterday we were making a Publix run to get dry ice for the S13, and now we're doing the same thing over again, except for the S15. If you can't tell what we're about to do by the notion that we're buying dry ice for a drift car or by the title of this video, it's gonna be fun. All right, we're on Juku now, so I get to finally see the car in person. What are we up to today, bub?
Playing with ice.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're gonna do is get rid of all the sound deadening.
Because it needs to get out.
Yeah.
On my way.
So for all the welding points for the cage and anything else, you obviously can't weld the sound deadening. When we're gonna have the whole thing powder coated as well, you can't really powder coat sound deadening, so that's coming out.
Everything that can melt in an oven needs to come off.
So we got sound deadening coming out, and then you are going to be getting rid of the seam sealer, which I know is a miserable process.
Yeah, seam sealer, wire wheel it, scrape it, burn it, scrape it, burn it, scrape it, burn it.
So all this stuff. So all the seam sealers getting gone. Dry ice is really cool. It basically just freezes sound deadening. So you just kind of spread it around, and then you can actually hit. But I think maybe Nissan did a better job of putting sound deadening on this car because it's not ever this hard. Maybe we could just hit it with a hammer and it'll all break apart into little pieces.
It should, yeah. But not this time.
Dang it, Nissan. Started getting the hang of it. I got my side done. How's that side going?
Slow.
So if you
super slow.
If you look here, these for whatever reason are a lot easier. This is how it's supposed to go. You should be able to just hit it like a hammer and not have to scrape away for hours.
For hours.
Literally.
Hours.
We're running out of dry ice. This is satisfying. This is how it's supposed to be. Started getting the hang of it. I got my side done. How's that side going?
Slow.
So if you
super slow.
If you look here, these for whatever reason are a lot easier. This is how it's supposed to go. You should be able to just hit it like a hammer and not have to scrape away for hours.
For hours.
Literally.
Hours.
We're running out of dry ice. This is satisfying. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what aged dry ice looks like. It's very crumbly. Not good. I guess when it gets old, it gets like this. Look who showed up. You put your sunglasses on?
I want to look good for this video.
All right, so what do you think of this? Let me hear your thoughts.
I think you have your work cut out for you, which is good because it'll keep you out of trouble. Am I supposed to work today on this or not? Is that optional?
My dad went to the store and grabbed us some more dry ice, so that was very helpful. Yeah. I like the new sunglasses. They match your shirt really well.
Thank God we should get back to work.
My dad came here and he just kept on saying, wow, this thing's really nice. It's really nice.
It was really nice. really nice.
No, it's just a chassis right now, but it'll get nice. Luckily, the back seat is cooperating more so than the rest of the car. Still just using dry ice, just chugging along. So what have you thought of the Miata? Have you been liking it? Enjoying driving it?
Yeah, absolutely. I would think of certainly getting one. Not used to a two-seater and a little bit tough in the wintertime back in Connecticut, but I think I can handle it. Especially if I have a hard top.
Least favorite thing about the car?
Least favorite? Getting in and out. And then hitting little speed bumps you didn't even know were there.
Sounds like Mia's got an exhaust leak. But that actually looks pretty good in it. You can tell he has way too much fun with that thing. Oh, the oil. We're both incredibly sore and tired. We've been doing this for what, about 5 hours straight? Pretty much done, just little bits to go, but we're both super tired. It looks bad, but it'll get better. So he has an adhesive remover he uses to get all the stuff out. We don't have to do pretty much any of this sound deadening because all this stuff is getting cut out. So the fuel cell is gonna go.
Rear mount goes back behind everything, so it sits underneath the deck lid.
Got it. Pretty much the same setup on his car, right? Yeah. So it'll be pretty much the same setup that's on Kevin's car. If that gives you a better idea. Jet lag never really affects me, but for whatever reason after this trip to Japan, I've been really struggling with just falling asleep. And on the drive home from Shinjuku, I was struggling to stay awake. So there's more stuff that I wanted to film tonight, but I think I'm just gonna do another one of those things where tomorrow I will film some and then that'll be at the end of this video, because I think I should just get some rest. The good thing about going to bed really early is waking up really early. I got up at 7.
I got up at 7:15 and I went to bed a lot later.
Yeah, she went to bed at like 3. Whoops. And you still look great. I'm tired, I need coffee.
That's so weird.
What?
That intro.
Why?
I don't know, I love it.
I saw a lot of you guys asking if we were going to make a Christmas sweater this year like we did last year. Unfortunately, I didn't really get enough time to come up with something cool, but I can recommend you a brand called Tipsy Elves that makes really cool sweaters, Christmas t-shirts. You might have even heard of them on Shark Tank. Tipsy Elves was actually kind enough to sponsor this video and send Nicole and me some sweaters.
Every single day.
They have a lot of crazy options, but we chose to keep it pretty PG.
Mine's so cute.
I chose Santa with a sword. I guess that's still pretty wild and out there. I should just
He's
like,
not a unicorn and there's a planet.
okay, this is PG. They have some not PG sweaters.
Some not tea sweaters. Wait.
Oh, that's
Get
good.
it?
Did they say that?
No.
Oh, that should
Wait,
be their new slogan.
I want to know if anyone knows what planet this is.
Comment below. What planet? This is a proper sweater.
That's
I thought
what I'm saying. I'm
I thought it was gonna
pretty
be a
impressed.
sweatshirt with like a print on it. This is a proper sweater.
I didn't think that. Girl sweaters are usually pretty thin and this is actually like thick.
Right now, you guys can actually get 20% off tipsyelves.com when you use my code LZBMX at checkout.
You guys should definitely head over to the site and scroll through their stuff and just see what they have, because it's actually really funny, some of the designs that they came up with.
Once again, all you gotta do is go to tipsyelves.com and use my code LZBMX at checkout, and that'll get you 20% off anything on the site. More PayPal issues? Great. I thought I'd end the video out talking a little bit about brakes. I don't know how informative I've been with the situation I've been dealing with Nicole's car, but after I did the Z32 brake upgrade, I haven't really been happy with how the brakes feel. Just to give a little bit more detail, I have Z32 rear and front brakes on this car, as well as a Z32 17/16 brake master cylinder. Now the issue with her car is that the pedal is extremely firm, which a lot of people would like for racing applications because it won't end up with you locking up the car, especially if you're trying to heel toe and stuff. But it makes me very nervous with Nicole driving because I'm concerned that she's either gonna get into a situation where she's almost gonna rear end someone or is going off track and won't be able to stop the car in time. Because I'm not exaggerating when I say you have to really stomp on the brake pedal pretty hard. So I found out that there's actually 2 different options for the 300ZX master cylinder. There's the 17/16 and then there's the 1-inch piston diameter. I'm not super educated in regards to piston sizing and brakes, but it does make sense to me that when you have a bigger piston, you're pushing more fluid at once, so your brake pedal would be harder rather than a smaller piston that's pushing less fluid, so you kind of have a little bit more travel, which people say would result in the brakes feeling a bit more touchy. Kind of seems like backwards logic, so what I did is I went ahead and ordered a 1-inch Z32 brake master cylinder from a local auto parts store to compare the difference. And just to follow up as well, I did bleed the brakes multiple times, as well as took the brake master cylinder back off and bench bled it because I didn't do that in the first place. And it doesn't have to do with bleeding, I think that's just because of the cylinder sizing. I did a bit of research and I guess the 300ZXs that were pre-1991 came with the master cylinder that makes your brakes feel pretty hard, and then the 1-inch one came after 91 that's supposed to be the ideal setup that most people use. When I ordered this, it actually wasn't even listed what size the piston was. It was advertised on FR Sport as the ideal 240SX master cylinder upgrade for Z32 brakes, so I bought it without knowing and I regret it. So I'll probably be selling that to someone that tracks their car and wants to have a very firm pedal, but I'm excited to get the other one in and hopefully get her car super dialed. It's really funny how important it is to me to have this car perfect in comparison to my car. Obviously with Nicole driving it around, I want to make sure everything is as safe and as ideal as possible because it isn't my car and I have to make it dummy proof, idiot proof, because if anything goes wrong while she's driving, there's always a chance that she may not notice, and the last thing I want to do is for her to get hurt. That's why you guys see Nicole's car in my videos so much, is because I truly do spend about 3 to 4 times more time on her car than my own, but that isn't love, what is? Got a super busy day tomorrow. There's some cool stuff going on. I will just tell you that I will see you tomorrow, I promise, because I'm on an early schedule now. So I'll start tomorrow's video off now. Bye.